This morning is in crisis. Could the end be nigh? The news of Holly Willoughby's departure from the Ailing show could be the final nail in its coffin. Ratings since the Phillip Schofield scandal have plummeted and the constant rotating door of co-presenters hasn't been working. We get a sense that the show is limping along, going through the motions until it takes its last breath. But when? That is the question. How long can it last after it has been pummeled by scandal after scandal? Not long, in our opinion, and if we were to hazard a guess, we will see the dominoes starting to fall very soon. Resignations from bosses Emma Gormley and Kevin Lygo may be a distinct possibility in the next couple of months. The results of an independent inquiry into the circumstances surrounding Phillip Schofield's affair with a young runner, and allegations of toxicity within ITV were expected last month but are still yet to be published. But could many already know what it contains? Could there be something in the report that would force the show off air completely? Insiders are already hinting that they believe the results may be damning. And new information has come to light overnight. Sources at ITV said that bosses learned about the star's departure just minutes before she posted about it on Instagram, while those working on This Morning were taken by surprise. As the saying goes, if you believe that, you'll believe anything. An ITV source added, "Alarm bells are ringing at This Morning." Holly's departure is a massive loss and the external review has still not yet seen the light of day. It is raising questions internally about how damaging the findings could be and the impact it could have. Some think it is time for an overhaul, starting right at the top. One said, while there have been murmurings since the kidnap plot came out that Holly might decide to give it all up, the bosses were confident that they were giving her all of the support she needed. Then bang, this. It came as a real shock, especially as she vowed to save This Morning after Phil was ousted. People are gobsmacked, the place is chaos. Another said, it would appear no one on the program knew she was quitting until she announced it on social media. Those close to Holly Willoughby say that the alleged kidnap and murder threats left her terrified to be away from her children. So where does her supposed surprise departure leave the show? Holly's former co-presenters have all taken on some other work recently. Perhaps they could be preparing for the worst. Alison Hammond has been enjoying a stint on the Great British Bake Off, and there are rumors that she's becoming a big hit in America after American Bake Off viewers were reportedly falling in love with her following her debut. Craig Doyle has been presenting the National Football League program, and Dermot O'Leary has recently been run off his feet with promo work as he celebrated the launch of his children's book Wings of Glory. Now, with both Phillip Schofield and Holly Willoughby out of the picture, Good Morning Britain star Ben Shepherd has been drafted in. But interestingly, Ben may have given the game away when just hours before Holly Willoughby quit, he broke his silence on rumors he's swapping Good Morning Britain for ITV This Morning as a permanent replacement for axed Phillip Schofield. While chaperoning Susanna Reid at the ITV Pride of Britain Awards, Ben was quizzed over his possible permanent future on the program. He said, "What I can tell you is I'm doing some more. I'm gonna be doing some more, but I'm just helping out really. So I've got some days coming up between now and Christmas. So I'm not exactly sure, but I'm still very, very much part of the furniture." There have been rather a lot of references to December and Christmas coming from people surrounding the This Morning show, and the one dropped by Ben and the timing of it, we feel could be rather significant. Is there a specific reason he's only working on This Morning until Christmas? Very possibly. It was apparently Holly's decision to leave the show, but some are suggesting that she was pushed. It would hardly be a surprise since drama seems to have a habit of following her everywhere she goes. ITV might simply have had enough. In September last year, Holly Willoughby and Phillip Schofield were criticised after they were accused of skipping the queue at the late Queen Elizabeth's lying in state at London's Westminster Abbey, and a petition demanding that ITV sack the pair gathered tens of thousands of signatures. Then came the Phillip Schofield scandal after the former presenter admitted he lied about an affair with a young runner. Then came the alleged kidnap plot, which quite frankly hasn't gone down very well with the public, and we suspect that too is one of the reasons that the news of Holly quitting This Morning could be a very convenient and perfectly timed opportunity for the odd story of a 35-stone man who only left his house to put the bins out, to drop into the newspaper small print. Could he really have had the means and wherewithal to construct such a plot? Doubtful in our opinion. Gavin Plum is due to appear at Chelmsford Crown Court on November 3rd, and we wonder how much of it will be reported in the newspapers the second time around. As little as possible, we imagine, unless of course some new information benefits the master plan. Apparently Holly Willoughby is said to have amassed a fortune over the years, through brand deals as well as her presenting roles. An estimated £10 million or thereabouts, and of course, add to that her top TV producer husband Dan Baldwin's fortune. We are sure that Holly will be just fine and dandy without the previously reported £1 million a year pay packet from This Morning. But it could be said that with the show in crisis and seemingly on its uppers, perhaps they were reluctant to part with the cash. The This Morning show is not obtaining the reach it once had, with more and more disillusioned viewers switching off by the day. Could it be that its viewers are wising up, no longer satisfied with chit-chat and other mind-numbing? People want different things now, more intelligent and interesting programs. Gone are the days of being able to hypnotize and manipulate unsuspecting minds. The show has been running since October 3, 1998. Surely the time is ripe for a change. The daytime program has aired on ITV for over 35 years, making it one of the longest-running daytime programs on British television, and as such holds a lifetime of memories for those in the industry. With that in mind, we noticed that there have been many references to Richard and Judy of late, who of course were the very first presenters of the show. The fact that they were mentioned in Holly Willoughby's leaving statement could be very telling. Is there a whiff of nostalgia swimming in the air? A time of reflection, a sense of ending and finality? Yes, we think so. It's that sentimental aura amongst presenters past and present that tells us that people are looking back to the past, perhaps because there is not long left. To conclude, in May this year, it was reported that ITV had said that there were no plans to take the This Morning show off air after rumours that it could have been axed over the Phillip Schofield controversy. The broadcaster denied the speculation in the newspapers about the show's future, and a spokesperson announced, "As we said on the record, This Morning is not under review and there are no plans for the show to be axed. This Morning will return as normal." However, inside sources said that the future of This Morning was hanging by a thread. Viewing figures have shown little sign of recovery since Phillip Schofield's departure, and now, following the overly dramatic exit of Holly Willoughby, the pressure is mounting to pull something out of the bag, and we don't think they'll be able to do it. The timer has been set and the clock is ticking. And here is some food for thought. There are 3 people in this photograph, taken at the late Queen Elizabeth's lying in state, which captures the very moment which seemed to kick off a bizarre chain of events that could ultimately bring This Morning down. 2 of the people have been axed in little over a year and only 1 remains. Perhaps This Morning editor Martin Frizzell's time will be up very soon, and we have a feeling that his bizarre little quips about aubergines won't get him out of this one. Please like and subscribe for more journeys through the Blinkerhole. For entertainment purposes only. Keep up to date with our latest investigations and hit the join button. If you like what we do, send us a super thanks. Official Blinkerhole merchandise is available in store.